Good morning to Nigerian community this morning. Good morning to everybody listening to us. This is the voice of the pedagogues. I want to use this medium to appreciate everybody that has been appreciating us and everybody that has been sharing our video. I want to appreciate the pedagogues community, and I want to appreciate everybody who is supporting us in one way or the other, sharing our video. God bless you. And this morning, the voice of the pedagogues shall be talking about skipping classes, the dangers that are inherent in skipping classes for children of school-going age in Nigeria and South Africa. The Bible made us to know ìpè ọmọ ní ìní olúwa ọmọ ní sì ní èrè ẹ̀ bí ọ̀fà ti rí ní ọwọ́ alágbára bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àwọn ọmọdé rí ìbùkún ní fún ọkùnrin náà tí apò rẹ̀ kún fún wọn ojú kì yóò tì í. So the interpretation of that is that the children are the heritage of God, and parents today are very much careful about the training of their children, but in an attempt to do that, at times they do a lot of things or a number of things that can affect the education of their children. So on this note today, the educational counseling campaign of the pedagogues shall be hinging upon the reason why class skipping should be avoided by parents who are taking care of their children. Yes. When we talk about the educational system, it has to do with strategies and principles that are very important and which parents should not skip. Parents should not think that they are smart. Parents should not think that they know it all. Parents should not dabble into the activities of the teachers when deciding a number of things that are very important for the education of their children. It has been structured in Nigeria educational system that we have to go through the 6334 educational system, and in recent time we observed the 934 educational system, meaning that the child should go through the 9 year of primary education, and we should terminate in the upper basic class, and they should progress to the senior secondary school, after which they go to the university to proceed. So it is the structure, and in which case the child needs to go through stages of mental development. The child needs to go through training, and it has to be systematic. It does not have to be haphazard. But today it is a sorry case that parents today are agitated. Parents today are in one way or the other impatient, and their parents today at times compare their children with the children of their neighbor. Okay, the child of my neighbor is in this class, my child ought to also be in this class, and they do not know in most cases that they are wreaking a number of havoc on the child education, because they have to consider the mental age and the chronological age of the child. Educational objectives have been designed in line with the mental age of the child. This child is what a particular child is capable of doing at a particular year or at a particular age. But parents do not really understand this. They try to, their fear, their anxiety is, when will my child graduate? If my child graduate, will he get a good job? And these are the anxiety that makes the parents in recent time to get agitated and to get their children rushing classes. And in most cases, this doesn't augur well for these children, because at the end of the day, they will not have the life skill, and they will not have social skill. They may be intellectually fit, but what about the emotional indices of the psychological development of a child? A child needs to be psychologically fit. According to Aliu Babatunde Fafunwa, 1974, a child that is well educated is one that is mentally and physically well balanced. Is your child mentally balanced? Is he also physically balanced? These are the things that are very important. It is important that parents do not rush their children. Let them have life skill. Let them have social skill. Let them have a proper self-concept. If a child graduates secondary school at 16, it is not never a bad thing. That is why in the regulatory body, JAMB regulatory body, made it known to parents that a child should gain admission at the age of 16. 16 is never a bad age. So I see no reason why parents should keep rushing their children, most especially in private school. They take their children to school, and they will lord it over the proprietor, the proprietress, give this child double promotion, give this child double promotion. At the end of the day, these children will not perform very well. And even if they perform very well, they do a lot of things that affect them. And at the end of the day, they make teachers go through a lot of problem in the course of instructing them. And they do not have social skill. They do not have life skill that is very much important in their mental development and life development. So our campaign this morning is that parents should not let their children be agitated. They should not agitate their children. They should not be fearful for not. Make sure that these children have certain skills that are very important. Because the taxonomy of learning objective is not only about the cognitive. Cognitive is, okay, my child can read, can write, can memorize, can comprehend, and you think that child holistically is intelligent. No, no. When we talk about education, we are talking about the principle of holisticism. The principle of holisticism. It's not only about your child can regurgitate, can memorize. Your child should be able to do a number of things that are very important. Does your child have some skill? Can your child relate well? Is your judgment, the judgment principle of your child, is it accurate? That's why you see some children, when they get to the university, they are easily initiated. You see a child who is not doing well in the first year of university, they go ahead to commit suicide, they go ahead to join bad group, they go ahead to engage in cultism, because they do not have self-concept, because they have not yet actually learned a number of things that are very much important about life. about life. Okay, if a child graduates secondary school at the age of 16 and moves into the university, a 4 years course, at the age of 20, the child is done. Even in today labor markets, oh, you see banking sector, they say 25. If your child has graduated at the age of 21, then what is the problem? I think what parents should agitate for is that the child should have a self-concept that is unique. The child should have a problem solving mentality. A child that goes to school needs to graduate with a problem solving mentality, should be able to detect problem. Education is not to only is the essence of education is defeated is if we produce graduates and the only thing that we have in our head is for this graduate to keep seeking for white collar job. They may seek for white collar job and get it, and you just use it to get experience, but at the end of the day, what should be the mentality of the Nigeria society and everybody is that people should graduate from school and be their own bosses. What we should agitate better for in Nigerian communities for a society and an environment that works. That's what parents should agitate for, not skipping classes. Because in the course of skipping classes, you will wreak a lot of havoc for your children. Make sure that your children are emotionally stable. Make sure that they have a number of skills. Not only we talk of cognitive domain, reading, writing, arithmetic, memorizing. We have affective domain. Does your child know how to relate well? Does he have social skills? Is he socially intelligent? All these things are very important because even in the job markets, even as a family man or as a wife or as a church head or whatever, acting in whatever capacity in the society, the affective domain is even very much important. The attitude, the disposition to life, the behavioral patterns, all these things are very, very much important. Then after the affective, what are the skills that your children have? Life skills, what are the skills that they have? You can encourage them with music skills, let them know how to play certain instruments. You can encourage them with a number of sporting skills. Yes, that is better rather than agitating that your child uh, gains gets to higher level of education quick. The quick syndrome will not help anything, will not help us because at the end of the day, the child will not be able to even conceptualize ideas, will not be able to have judgmental principles about life easily. So this is very, very much important, and it is important for you to make sure that your child is mentally stable. Is mentally stable so that you'll be able to have life skills, be able to have judgmental principles. These things are very much important. Many parents label their children slow learners today, whereas the child is not a slow learner. It's not the fault of the child. You have tried to skip classes, and even many private schools today are at the mercy of these parents because they don't want the parents to take away the children from their school. This is not right. This is not right. So the campaign today is let us do it the right way. Don't let us overtask these children when they are just coming at their nascent level of life because we'll be wreaking a lot of havoc to them. We'll be expecting much from them. And most of the time, they will continue to misbehave. They will do a lot of things that is not okay because we are too much agitated. What are our fears? What are our aspirations? If these children are properly groomed, mentored, and tutored, they will be able to display a level of intelligence that will marvel us. Even if when they don't get job, they will have life skill, they will have intelligence that they will be able to see problems. Education is not to only get white collar job. Education is to make you to solve daily problems. Why is it that we have graduates who cannot think outside the box today? Is because they do not really have the essence of education has not been driven into their bloodstream. It has not been driven into their medulla oblongata. So this is very, very much important. When we talk of education, we're talking of the education of the mind, the real education of the mind, which starts from the home being the first agent of socialization. What parents should do is that they should educate the mind of the children very well by religious practices, by a number of cultural ethics and many things, which will culminate into their holistic human development. Yes, when we are talking about raising philosopher kings, people who are vast, people who are intelligent, people who can think outside the box, people who can solve problems. It's not about skipping classes. And many private schools and many schools today even make mistakes because at in the course of skipping classes, maybe the child is supposed to graduate at primary 4, at primary 5, supposed to have the first basic school leaving certificate. Some of them don't have it. They will just skip it. So and in the nearest future, when need come for them to have this certificate, they will have nothing to showcase. So let the stages of child's education be properly ended at the strategic intervals that has been decided by the National Education Research Development Council and the stakeholders in the terms of affairs. Don't let us Parents should stop dabbling into the activities of the teacher. They should listen to the child's counselor, they should listen to the school administrators, they should listen to teachers. They should even if your child fails a particular class, maybe the mental age of the child is not yet relevant, is not yet okay, and the school administrator advises your child to repeat, let that child repeat. Let that very child repeat. If the child needs remedial classes, let that child go through the remedial class. Many children in school today cannot read. Many of them in junior secondary school today cannot read. And the parents keep thinking that they have to skip classes for them. Many of them cannot write. Give them ordinary 250 words essay to write, they cannot write. They are creating problem for teachers. It's not about skipping classes. Let parents help the school. Let the school help the parents to ensure that qualitative and sound education is driven into the medulla oblongata of these children. In the olden days, people don't write, students don't, teachers don't write notes for students. Once the teacher gives explanation, the child goes ahead to make notes. How many children in secondary school today can do this? It's a sorry case. How are the mighty fallen? Tell it not in Gath. Publish not in the city of Askelon. Let the daughter of Philistine rejoice and the sons of the uncircumcised triumph. O month of Gibwa, let there be no rain or dew upon thee. So it is very, very much important for us to ensure that we do it right. This is the campaign. This is the Pedagogues campaign. And we urge you to ensure that we join hands together in promoting intellectualism among children of school-going age in Nigeria and Sahara Africa. So until our next meeting, we thank you, we appreciate you, those that are supporting us in one way or the other, those that are giving us advice in one way or the other, those that are sharing our video in one way or the other. Thank you. I urge us to keep listening. We have many things to offer the Nigerian community as a piece of advice for the educational system, and we pray that God help us. So if you want to have a contact of the presenter, this is my number 090 22621606. Till we have another meeting. Thank you very much and God bless you. I wish you a very happy